To meet the 1.5 or even 2 degrees targets in the Paris Agreement is an enormous challenge and requires that all policy areas contribute. And trade policy could contribute so much more. Trade can have both positive and negative effects on emissions. Trade can, for example, help diffuse climate-friendly technologies and thereby reduce emissions. But in the absence of strong climate regulations, there is also a risk that trade increase emissions. It is therefore vital to design trade policy in a way that support climate goals. One of the most obvious areas for trade policy to focus on is to remove trade barriers on climate-related goods, such as solar panels or wind turbines. But it is equally important to also remove trade barriers on climate-related services, such as services that support the installation or proper functioning of such goods. If such trade barriers are removed, it could lower the prices and facilitate the technology diffusion and replacement of older fossil fuel-dependent technologies with greener alternatives. Another very important area where trade policy has a big role to play is to encourage more widespread carbon pricing. An agreement that prices emissions globally would of course be the optimal solution, but as it is not realistic at the moment, also other measures should be considered. And as an absolute minimum, and a very first step, trade policy should take a more active role in prohibiting fossil fuel subsidies. If all, or at least a subset of the countries in the world could agree on this, it would have a massive impact on emissions and would help transform the world into a carbon neutral world.